today, let's just discover this tool. Let's discover this amazing tool called Whisk. So in the previous video that I'm going to link below, we talked about image effects, which basically allowed you to create images generated just from text prompts. And so we saw how it was amazing. It worked so well. And so in this video, it's kind of something similar, but it takes it up a notch. It takes it to another level. So for example, here you can see some images that have been generated with this text. They are quite amazing, very creative, and you can see how far they can go. If you can think about it, if you can imagine it, if you can put it into words, then this tool can now help you put it into images. So we're going to see just what it does. So it's called Whisk. You can find it at labs.google /fx/tool/Whisk. And so let's see how it works. So as opposed to image effects where you have to enter a prompt to generate an image, Whisk allows you to submit images or an image and request for changes on that specific image. So here you have an example of how it works. You submit your image, for example, and tell it what you want it to do. Old man with a blue suit and straw hat. So it takes your image and reproduces what exactly you have instructed it to do. So we're going to be checking it out how it works. Another thing too is that you can submit multiple images and request a style. For example, you can take the subject, you can take the scene, and you can take the style, and you give it the prompt, use images as inspiration for your subject, scene, and style. And it's going to produce what you see at the back there. Another additional thing about Whisk, which is quite amazing, is that you can turn your still images into videos. So you can give it some instructions, some prompts, and tell it animate the image. So it's going to take the prompts and it's going to animate your image just after a couple of seconds, like you can see on the video that is actually playing right now behind. So it works great. It's not perfect, but it does work amazingly. So let's go ahead and try it out and see how perfectly it does what it's supposed to do. So let's see how it works. So it's pretty straightforward. When you come here, you have this simple interface where you can enter your prompts right here. If you want to generate an image, you can generate an image, no problem. You can go ahead and do that. But it has these additional options here where you can enter your subject, enter the scene, and enter the style. And you can then specify the prompt, what you like it to do with all of that. So concretely, what does that mean? For example, let's say I have an image that I want to customize. I might have an image I want to customize. So already here you can specify, you have two options. You can enter the text to generate the image equally here, or you can upload an image. So let's go ahead and just upload an image. So you go ahead and upload an image. Something went wrong with my fetching your media. Let's try again. Okay, so we go ahead and upload an image here. If we're trying to create some kind of new image with a specific scene or style, you could upload the other ones. But let's just focus on this single image for now. So let's say I have this image here, and I just want to change the color of the dresses, right? The person's wearing, Chris Brown is wearing. So let's just say I want to change the colors of Chris Brown's dresses. So what I have, I'll just come and do here is, all right, so change the color of his dresses. You can specify it to red. I mean, you can do virtually anything you want, So, but let's just keep it simple. Change the color of his dresses. So, we go ahead, we submit the prompts. He's going to be working on this image and he's going to try to do what we have adds while keeping the image kind of similar. So, there you have it. These are the new images that have been generated. So, with Whisk, it generates just 2 images. So, as you can see, there is kind of a lot to talk about here. So, first off, as you can see, this is not Chris Brown. This is definitely not Chris Brown. So that's not his face. It's not what was here. What was represented here. Definitely it's not. So, but what is interesting is that it has reproduced, or it has tried to reproduce, the elements of this image, like the hats, the tattoos, the chains, and the shirts, and that's kind of kept the same color. That's what that's tried to do. So as you can see, it's really not perfect. Like, this is horrible. This is not the person. It has added some earbuds and so on. I mean, it has done a lot of things that were not here. But the point here is that it has tried, it has tried to really get things right. So it has really tried. So we can go ahead and choose an image, for example, and try to refine it. So let's go make his dress and hat blue, for example. It's a cap blue. So let's try to refine that image instead. So, but as you can see, it does try to edit the images, but it doesn't come out very well for now. Anyways, hopefully the models get better at doing this, but for now they don't come out very well. And the good thing about Whisk is that you can easily iterate over images, so it isn't going to just produce you the same thing. Now you see the hats have come out differently. The hat and the dresses are now a different color. It has tried to keep the same guy, but unfortunately you see that it has modified the image again. That's turned the face of the person a little differently. The chains are different, the colors behind are different, and things like that. So you see, that's kind of the problem with these tools. They are not able to stay consistent. And that's a problem that is recognized even by the creators, and they are working on that. So, but here you can see kind of the vision. If you're able to modify an image correctly and take it to where you want to go, then you'll be able to get it. But so you see, for now, it's not yet there, but it's going there. You always have a download button if you need to download your images. They're not blocking that, so that's a good thing. So you can do that. So one final feature about Whisk is the animate button. The animate button. And so basically, the animate button allows you to create a video from the image. So guy is smiling. Let's just say guy is smiling. So the videos tool generates very fast. They don't really take that much time for videos, but downsides are they are less than 10 seconds, I believe, or 10 seconds. And secondly, they are really not accurate. So this is different from a video generation tool because with this, you are trying to generate a video from an image. But with a video generation tool, it creates a video from text prompts. And so that's a lot different because it's using text to create a video. But with this, where you have to stick to maybe an image that somebody has given to you to generate a video or to even update the image, it's very difficult to stay consistent. That's the problem these AI tools are having right now. It's very difficult for them to stay consistent because they have to do that. So let's kind of see now with the video generation. So far, you can see that it's the same image. Does not change a lot there. And then the video now is 8 seconds. 8 seconds. That's the maximum we can do. And so let's play and see how it does. So you can see that first off, right off the bat, accuracy, perfect, really good, very good. There are no defects on the video. Everything seems to be smooth, seamless, and it's really working well. That's the first good point about it. Secondly, that's not what I asked. I just said the guy is smiling. It's true that my prompts could have been better, but he was doing something totally different. He was talking. And I think that's what happens with a lot of these models. They just try to do the same actions, maybe talk, and so on and so forth. So maybe you can try it for longer and see if you produce what we want. But I think it has really showed these limitations just with that single prompt. So yeah, so that's kind of what you have it. This is what Whisk is for. It's for generating images, combining a subject with a scene and a specific style, and equally iterating over images to get the perfect image you're looking for or the perfect customization. And finally, you can animate as well your images. So that's kind of the goal of Whisk. So yeah, so that's what it does. So you want to definitely check it out at labs.google.com/fx/tools/Whisk and try to play around and see if you'll be able to produce some good images for you. So definitely right now it's not perfect for me because I really want pixel perfect modifications or changes, but you have to see the vision. You have to see kind of where the tool is going. And so far, if we're able to achieve this already, imagine what it's going to be a couple of months down the line. So I have high hopes for this. I mean, I want to be able to take any image and request anything. So I want to be able to take this same image and just say maybe like a logo here, or just change the position of this or that so easily without it destroying or totally changing the faces of people. That would be really great. So that's what I look forward in the changes here. So yeah. So here you equally have some customization options, but nothing too big or too determining. So yeah. So there you have it. That's the Whisk tool. That's what I wanted to present to you. Check out equally some other Google tools that are out there and that are making some interesting things with AI. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Catch you on the next one.